continuing up with the lead automation, coming up on the different actions we, as in say, different actions we have got for the triggers, or after the triggers, whatever actions we want to perform. Okay, so what all actions we have got, let's just get an overview of it, and how does it work, and where will it help you exactly in the automation. Okay, so once we have added the trigger, coming up here on the next, you will find the action, all the actions here on this plus. Okay, so you just click on plus, and you have all these actions coming up here. Okay, so where will these actions help you? Coming up, firstly, send email. Okay, so as we have discussed in the previous videos also, we have made email templates and WhatsApp templates. So where do you use it? Once you have set an automation or a trigger. Okay, so once we have set, okay, let's, for example, let's just set up a form. On the form we can set an automation VSL form. So anyone who fills up the VSL form, I want to send them an email. Okay, so how do I do? Just click here on plus, click here on send email, and I can select the existing template, whatever I want to send. I want to just select it and I just confirm it. Okay, so this is how you can set different actions. Next, if I want to send a WhatsApp message, I select the WhatsApp message from here. Okay, I select my device, or if I want to send an API template, okay, WABA approved template, as we have discussed in last videos. So here you can find it. If you click here on send via cloud API, you can select the template you want to send it. So likewise, you can confirm the actions, and you can set the actions. Okay, if you want to send SMS, once you have integrated the SMS, it will show you the SMS templates also, and you can send different SMS also from here. Okay, how does this delay work? Okay, so as we were discussing in our previous videos, where I have told you about the event start time, you can set before time, and here you can even do it after time. Okay, so if you, for example, if you want to send one message, or do some action after 15 minutes, so what do? Click here, come up here on after, and you can select the minutes. If you want to customize it, you can customize it accordingly: minutes, days, hours, months you have. So according customization can be done 12 hours, so whatever you want to send. Okay, after, before time actually works on some of the triggers, that is happy, if you want to say happy birthday, or in on your installment overdue, and your invoice over subscription overdue. Okay, secondly, on calendar booked. Okay, so calendar booked, event start time, yes, event start time and the event date on the 6 triggers. Okay, so event start time, event date, calendar booking, subscription overdue, installment overdue. So before time, just keep in mind, it doesn't work for all the triggers or actions, just work for the mentioned triggers and actions. So after time, you can do it for any trigger, like after 4 hours, whatever you want to do it. You can set delays from here. Okay, so from here you can set delays. So from here you can set delays. Evaluate a condition. So based on we have many things to check conditions. If you want to check conditions on yes or no base, and you want to run automations based on it, you can even do that. So on contact tag, see if anyone is tagged with some contact, and you want to send them a message, like if they haven't been tagged, if you this no automation should go, and if they have been tagged, the yes automation should go. If there is a contact update or a contact type, if they have been converted to customer or lead. So based on, so multiple conditions we have got. Okay, in the CRM, if they are if they're a hot lead or a cold lead in this particular pipeline, you can check on that particular condition, if they have been assigned to the staff or not. So based on that, you can check condition. So accordingly, you can check conditions on different actions. On forms, we have product form, magic form, Facebook form. So all this you can check conditions. Okay. Custom fields, sales, calendar, if they have booked the calendar, or if they have canceled the appointment. So based on different conditions, if you want to check, we have all the different conditions. So if you want to just check it on a contact tag, so if that contact has got a tag, say new tag 1. Okay, if they have got a tag, it will come up here on the yes, and if they haven't got tag, and it will come up here on no. So you can run automations based on, if they have got a tag yes, you can add a WhatsApp message or whatever action you want to do it for that yes node. If they haven't got a tag, what should happen, what next should happen. You can set an actions here on this. So different kinds of actions you can set, and different kinds of conditions also you can check it anytime if you want. Okay, coming up here below it, operations. So we have multiple actions in operations. Okay, so what do you mean by multiple actions in this? Update contact attributes. This is usually used for updating your contacts and emails with the value, right? With the, if you want to update your contacts, you don't have a real base scenario on this. Okay, convert lead to customer. Okay, so based on something, based on some stage or something, if you want to convert that customer into lead or lead into customer, you can do it vice versa. So if their subscription is cancelled, then they can again become your lead. They don't, you know stay as your customer forever. So you can do it on that also. You can convert people into customer through automation like this, and convert them into lead back from that. If you want to, add tag, if you want to give them a tag, this tag also, and you can add multiple tags. If you want one more tag, say tag 2. Okay, tag tag 2. Okay, so multiple tags you can give through automation. So particular lead, you can give them tags. Okay, coming up here on operations, you can remove also tag through automation if you want to remove some particular tag on automation. So based on that, you can remove tags. Okay, you can add them in contact group, as we discussed in the lead management. How can you add in lead contact group manually? I have showed you. Here is the through automation you can do it. So you can add them in contact group. If you want to remove them in remove that contact from any contact list or the contact group, you can remove them from that contact list. Okay, coming up down here, you can add an update to the CRM. Okay, so how this works? So after the Facebook form, the lead comes in. If you want to add them into some pipeline, you can add them in the pipeline from here. Okay, a skip lead value change. So you can skip the lead value. Okay, if that lead has already come up, and again they are coming up, then you can skip the value. So the value for them remains the same. Lead value, you mean if they have inquired about your 12,000 products, so their value becomes 12,000. So accordingly, for your reference, you can give them a lead value accordingly, right? So you can add and update them into CRM from here. Okay, likewise you can move them. If you want to remove them from any CRM or the pipeline, you can do it from here. You can just tick mark the pipeline you want to remove them. Accordingly, you can add the actions, different actions you can add. Okay, change lead quality. Okay, if some automation is running, they have filled up some form, and you want to change the lead quality to warm, cold, or something, you can do it from here on based on pipelines, right? So coming up down here, course access. So this is also main, very important thing, where you can automatically give them your community course access. So in upcoming videos, we'll also be covering up the community, and how can you create courses. And if you want to give them course access in bundle, you can just enable this, and you can give bundle also. I'll just show you in the upcoming videos for community how you can create courses, and you can create bundle courses. You can, through automation, you can give them this bundle course and the normal course access also. So there are different kinds of actions in operations, and very, if you want to revoke their access, if through automation, if you want to revoke their access, you can do it. If you want to execute another automation in a, or in some automation part, so you can execute some automation. So I don't have any automation pre-built made, so you can even execute different kinds of automation into one automation. Okay, coming up here, event start time. As I told you, this event start time is also there, where the before time works. You just need to define your event date and the time, and the before time will work from there. After this, if you set before 4 hours, 2 hours, so it will just take up this time, and accordingly send them the reminders, whatever before time you have set the triggers. Okay, change appointment status. If you want to change appointment status to show, no show, according to the according to the automation, through automation, sorry. So you can do it. This operation only works with the appointment automation, so just make sure this only works in the appointment. So if you want to change the status based on condition or something, you can do that. So where you automatically through tag you can check it. If this particular lead has got a tag, you can give, check a condition. If they haven't got a tag, you can update their status to no show or cancel or something, right? So that's how you can change the appointment status. If you want leads to exit this workflow after end of the workflow, you can keep this exit workflow. Okay, so it will just stop the execute the work, I mean it will just exit from that particular workflow they are running in. Okay, coming up down, you can give community access and revoke community access through automation. Okay, coming up here, chat groups, this is also a part of community. If you have created chat groups, it will show you up here, and if you want to give them through give access to them through automation, you can do it from here, chat groups. Okay, you can even revoke it through automation, and you can assign your stuff. If the leads have come, they have added into the pipeline, and you want to assign those leads to your staff, so you can do it here from here. You just add your staff. I have added one. I can add multiple staff, only apply to unassigned contacts. This means that if this staff already has leads and this doesn't have, so you can apply this and only apply to unassigned contacts. So I have added one more. If I have added one more staff, I can evenly distribute the leads to them. So if any 5 leads are coming up, so the first lead will go to the staff 1, second will go to staff 2, third will come up here, fourth will come up on staff 2, fifth will come up here. So any sixth lead that is coming, it will go to staff 2. Okay, so that evenly works there, and you can evenly divide, and unevenly also you can divide based on traffics and your staff, they are how much they can handle it. So if you divide unevenly, then if you have done it 3 and 2, so the first three leads that are coming up here, it will go to them. Then the next two will go to them. So likewise, the leads coming up, you can distribute evenly and unevenly to your staff, and you can assign the leads through automation. If you want to remove those assigned leads from staff, you can even do it through automation. So these are the actions that are there in operations, and are very very mainly actions that you can use in various conditions, and you can run your automations on it, right? Coming up here down, webhook advanced, how does this work? This is to fetch external data, or just export data from here to any other platform. If you want to do it, you can do it from webhook and webhook advanced. Remove workflow, if you want your leads to be removed from any selected workflow, if they have entered one workflow, you can do it from this remove workflow. You can just select the workflow from here, and it will be automatically removed from the other workflows that the lead is running in. Okay, coming up down, here is the last but the not least util one last action, we have internal notification. Okay, so if you want to receive notifications of your leads that have come, you can receive an internal notification. We have 3 types: on email, WhatsApp, or in-app in the sense on this dashboard you can receive it. Okay, if you want to receive it on WhatsApp, you can just give the WhatsApp number. Okay, send to means whom to send the internal notification. You want to send it to the only assigned staff, you want to send it to all staff, if you want to send it to specific staff, or you just customly want to send it to any number, so you can just write down the number here. And if you want to do it on your multiple numbers, you just enter comma, and you can do it on multiple, so multiple numbers will receive that internal notification. You can select the template from here. Okay, as I've chose WhatsApp, it will show me WhatsApp. If I've chose email, it will show me email templates. And if I've selected in-app, then I just need to make a template. I mean, just give a title that new lead, and you can use this custom values and everything. You can get the first name and everything about the leads also. So accordingly, you can use different actions and make your workflows very efficiently working, and you can work it smoothly with this all these types of action. So you just need to get clear with your workflow. What is your scenario? Just make it here, and you can just start your automations based on all these actions triggers I have showed you up in these 2 videos, right? So this was the complete overview for all the actions that we have, and hope so it has cleared you all the actions about this automations we have got. Okay, that's all for the video. Thank you.